Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Nuggets News. In tonight's episode, we're pretty lucky to have a special guest, and that's Neil, the founder of Crypto Recruit. So how you going, Neil?
Really good, Alex. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure, mate. So obviously, guys, if you followed my work, my mission is to help spread crypto across Australia, and that's, I guess, a big part of what Neil is doing with putting people in crypto-related and blockchain jobs. So how did this all come about, mate?
Yeah, good question. So probably similar to the way a lot of people got into crypto. I had a friend of mine come by one day and talk about getting into this currency called Dash, and we didn't really know what it was, me and a colleague. So we listened, we heard him. We said, oh, let's have a flutter. Let's see what this is all about. So we got into it, and this is about 18 months ago. And then obviously, like everyone, we saw the price go up. And we said, well, this is real. This is no joke. So we started to take notice, and since then, you know, like everybody, I've just got addicted to it. So about 3 months ago, then I decided what I would do is try and put my passion for cryptocurrency trading and my skills in recruitment. I tried to put the two together.
Yeah.
I came up with the idea of Crypto Recruit. I looked around, I didn't see anybody else doing it, and I figured, well, why not try and be the first recruiter globally to do it and get that first mover advantage. So about 3 months ago, put the website together and we launched it pretty recently. So, yeah.
So about 3 months since you created, or how long's it's kind of been up and running and putting people in positions and all that sort of thing?
Yeah, so we actually officially launched about a month ago. Got the website out there, did a launch through our social media channels. Got a couple of us that were involved in it originally just to pump it out as much as possible, and fortunately it's had a pretty good uptake. We got a Business Insider spotted it, gave us a quick call and did an interview with us, so they noticed that we were the first people doing it globally, so that gave us some really good traction. And since then we've really been just focusing on trying to do what we need to do, which is find the clients, find the jobs, find the vacancies, and then the other side of it, which is finding the candidates, which sounds easy, but there's a bit more to it.
I bet you've got your hands full, mate. And so
yeah.
I take it your business model and the whole world of cryptocurrency is slightly different to other business models. And I guess what makes it different to other recruitment businesses?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. So what I'm trying to do is build Crypto Recruit as close to a blockchain model as possible without it actually being blockchain. So I'm not here to really overly manage people. I want recruitment consultants to come on board who truly believe. So the first step on coming on board with Crypto Recruit is that you're an enthusiast and that you believe in it and you believe in the future of blockchain, because that's the first hurdle. That's the main hurdle. If you don't believe, well, it's going to be difficult to enjoy it. So, and the idea is that we will have recruiters dotted globally around the world, different areas. They'll manage their different time zones, and we then create this community whereby we can work together to share our clients and our candidates. So it's a very collaborative model, but at the same time, the recruiter, which I recognize does most of the work, so they take the vast majority of the revenue with them. And then we pull a little bit back centrally to work on things like marketing, blogging, and really promoting the brand of Crypto Recruit. So we think that's a pretty innovative model, and so far so good. We've got a number of recruiters that have come on board, and we're in the throes of kind of on the cusp really of kind of making it a lot bigger now. So yeah.
I like that. So it's a decentralized model without actually being on the blockchain, and you're not planning on doing a cash grab ICO anytime soon or anything like that?
No, we're not. No. I have seen a couple of people trying to put recruitment on the blockchain, and I think there is some use cases for verifying skills, but look, with recruitment, you need to talk to people. You need that human aspect. I mean, I'm talking to a guy this morning, as an example, in California. I've got to create a relationship with the manager of that blockchain business and really understand what he needs. And it's kind of hard to do that right now through blockchain. You do need that human aspect.
Yeah, I mean, space in general is in its infancy at the moment, so there's definitely room for what you're doing, mate. What sort of positions and in the blockchain specialities and cryptocurrency programming, what are the positions that are in demand at the moment?
So as you and your audience will be aware, most of these projects are early stage. So probably the vast majority will be developer type roles. So, JavaScript, C++, Solidity. One of the challenges is, as you'll be aware, is there's not many people out there who have Solidity experience. So we'll be looking at the life cycle of a candidate. So we will try to get top quality candidate, maybe they're a very strong JavaScript developer, but at the same time we'll have maybe an education program where they can learn Solidity programming as well while we place them with their clients. So we're not just a search and selection, dump them in there, but we'll work holistically with that client to try and bring the candidate through and upskill them as they go as well. So that's the vast majority, but we get roles like executive level roles, chief technical officers, CEOs, COOs, obviously marketing, community engagement. You can see, that from all like Telegram groups that people are on. People have to manage that. So those jobs exist out there.
Yeah.
But I'd say the vast majority, 80% is probably development.
Yeah, cool. So matching right people with the right positions rather than just job descriptions. So
pretty much, yeah.
Mate, I'm sure this is, the mind boggles when we think where this is all going in the future. But what's your sort of mission, mate, or where would you love to see this in a few years' time?
Well, I'm a believer in blockchain, and I think anyone who comes into it kind of thinks the same way. Right now, I don't want to look too far into the future. I'm a big believer in just looking at what's happening right now and the way that I can help the market and my underlying assets. So, I have investments in cryptocurrencies as well. The best way that I can see to help that is to support it from a staffing perspective. So as a mission, as a business, is to support blockchain growth as an industry, but primarily from a staffing perspective. So that's our company mission, and it's to build a team internally here to enthusiastic cryptocurrency recruiters who really understand it and believe in it, and that's the idea. So I'm fingers crossed that it's all come together so far.
Now, we're planning to go around Australia in early next year and just do meetups and get like-minded people together, and I'm sure you've said you're going to be involved in some capacity, but what sort of percentage are you focusing on locally here at Australia versus around the world, international and that sort of thing?
What sort of?
Are you recruiting from international for Australia, or are you putting people in positions globally, or?
So one of the interesting aspects of this role is that it's totally borderless. There are no borders. There are a few projects here, as we know, so I would love to work with all of the local projects. But as an example, a typical day can consist of having a Skype with, Friday I was talking to a bunch in Estonia. I've got Zoe who works for us, and she's one of our awesome recruiters. She's looking after London, but I've connected to somebody in London, and Zoe went along and had a meeting with them. So it's very collaborative. And this morning, like I said, I chat with somebody in San Fran. Last week, I had a chat with someone in Dallas. So it really is totally borderless. And you can work your normal hours, 9 to 5, but it's so exciting that you're happy to do a meeting at 10 p.m. if this person's in San Fran. So you do need to remain quite open.
I know the feeling, mate. It's certainly not at work. It doesn't feel like you're at work when you're helping people with cryptocurrency every hour you're awake, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. It's fun. Yeah.
So finally, mate, how can people get in touch with you and look for work or look for employees themselves?
Yep. Okay. So they can come to our Facebook page. It'd be great if you just type in crypto recruit. You should see it, or Twitter. Or our website, easy enough these days to find me.
Yep.
If any of the audience there are interested in potentially becoming a recruiter with us, I'm definitely interested to chat. I would just say, for them to have a good think about it. It is a serious role. It's a full-time role. There's no way out of that. It's not the type of thing you can do part-time. But if somebody out there really wants to, who's maybe a trader, but they'd like to, something to do during the day, and they've maybe got some good natural networking skills and enjoy talking to people, can handle a conversation with the founder of an ICO, I'm definitely keen to hear from him. So
yeah,
it'd be awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put the links to all that in the description of the video, mate. I wish you all the best on your mission. I'm sure we'll catch up in person when we go around Australia next year. And thanks for coming on today, Neil.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Cheers, Alex.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
See you.